This is a more somber episode of Motivational Issue Mondays, and it's because I need you guys to know that, yes, I do motivate. I like to encourage, but I also go through my dark days. And I feel like lately there's just been a lot of fear and worry and anxiety and just like shame and guilt. And I say that not to say that I've done something wrong and I feel guilty for it. I'm ashamed. Like, it's not necessarily that. I just feel like it's just been my mindset of the way that I have sometimes been handling certain things and whatnot. And I think it's all rooted in the fact that I haven't been focused on what I should be focusing on, basically, like, faith-wise. Like, of course I can get on here and I could say, open up my Bible and read you some verses. You can watch my story and I have the verse of the day up. But just because those things are up doesn't necessarily mean that I'm at peace spiritually or mentally. And I need you guys to know that. Like, I'm not perfect. I do these episodes not because I'm perfect, but just because I also encourage myself through them. So because I haven't been focused, and I had to write all this down because it's a lot, and I only have 10 minutes. So because of, like, me not being focused, so when things don't go my way, or some negativity enters my life, or if I mess up, I, like, focus more on my mess-ups than I do on, like, how I can grow from them. So, like, lately, and I don't know, maybe through my poetry you've been realizing, wow, like, maybe Mishy's in a dark place. Like, yes, my color for the month on Instagram is black. Black doesn't have to be all bad, but, like, I feel like lately it has been something I've been focusing on. Not necessarily, like, purposely, sort of, just because, like, my next poetry project is based off of a lot of darkness and different things. So I think that's also been contributing to, like, my mindset. But, no, I feel like also in my life there's just been a lot of just, like I said, not being focused, therefore making me focus on, like, not being focused on God, therefore focusing on my mess-ups. And so I continue to sit in that darkness of focusing on that, and so I start to feel ashamed, and I start to feel guilty. And I, like, torture myself by not forgiving myself for things that I've, said to, like, the people in my life or, like, whatever. And it's not, like I said, it's not big events. It's just small little things. Maybe I was snappy, or maybe, I hurt someone unintentionally. And so I place that so heavily on myself. And I can feel it. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but when I feel, like, worry and anxiety, I feel it. Like, I feel it in my back. I feel it on my shoulders. Like, I start to not be able to sleep sometimes. And so that's just what it is. I'm being completely vulnerable on here, y'all. So even though I may set things right physically, like, if I do, like, mess up or whatever, like, in my world, like, mentally, I'm still stuck in that mindset. Because I'm a perfectionist and I'm a people pleaser. Like, I admit this a lot because the more I say it and I admit it, the more I know that I can hopefully, like, just pray about it and, like, the Lord will just work with me on it. But it's a flaw of mine. And because I'm a perfectionist, I beat myself up so bad over my mess ups, and especially when I'm a people pleaser too, it's just double trouble. It's like, not only am I upset because I didn't do something right, but if I hurt somebody, oh, it's over. I like I, I failed miserably, And so, um, let's see. I'm more concerned about that mess up, and I'm also more concerned about what other people think of me. And so my identity and where I am, my solidarity is focused more on, again, my mess ups, and also, like, if I hurt someone. Oh, you hurt that person. Because I'm a people pleaser. Wow, like, I'm now I hurt people. And of course, like I said, we aren't perfect people, and I know that. But my mindset is so stuck on that. It rocks my world when a lot of mess ups happen over and over and over again, or maybe it's the same thing, and, like, it just becomes really overwhelming. And I've honestly just been so stuck in darkness and shame that I feel like I can't even go to God in prayer. Like, this past weekend was the first time I, like, wrote in my new prayer journal and, like, really sat and really focused, like, really tried to focus on God and just be like, okay, like, I'm letting this go. Like, I have to let this go, and I'm tired of not coming to you anymore for it. It's just a huge fear. Like, after sitting in darkness for so long, you become afraid of the light. I feel like, at least for me, I'm afraid to go into the light because I'm afraid to expose all of those things, to expose the shame, to expose the guilt. But I know that those feelings of unforgiveness towards me and shame and guilt are, oh, and even judgment too. They're not of God, they're of me, because I know that like as a Christian, like my sins are forgiven and I've been wiped clean. So I place those other negative labels on myself. Yesterday I even told myself that this week is going to be better. I'm going to focus more on God. I'm going to be positive. But of course, like when you start saying those things, that's exactly when negative stuff starts coming back in. It's exactly when the enemy decides, oh, she says that she's going to be focused this week. Take that away right now. And so that's exactly what started happening. Like, I started praying. I started reading my Bible again. I really started trying to meditate and focus. And of course, like, one thing after another again started trying to hit me. But this morning I like went back to listening to the worship music that I haven't listened to in a while, and there were just like so many songs that spoke to me, like about how shame told me otherwise, that like, you know, told me all these lies, but I don't have to listen to those lies anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, it's not like, not saying that it's up to me to stop that, but like I really do have to have this mindset of like, if I'm focusing on the Lord, like I will not have that mindset to focus on those lies anymore. And so I listened to a song called like about that, and I listened to a mantra song called "Open Up and Let the Light In," because I feel like in this dark place, like I've just been, like I said, like I've been afraid to see the light, so I've just been kind of caved and closed in, and so just hearing that mantra over and over again of just open up and let the light in. Like, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, I started crying, obviously. I'm, like, on the verge of tears right now. It just, like, released something in me, like, and then even coming out of hiding, the song that says, come out of hiding, you're safe here with me, talking about the Lord, and, just feeling safe with Him again. Like, I haven't felt safe, I feel like, mentally, because I've been holding on to those things, and then just letting go. The song talking about letting go of all of that hurt and that shame that I've brought upon myself. Like, it's not even necessarily like outside fact. It's stuff that I've done and stuff that like I'm saying to myself over and over again. But like I just wanted to share with you guys that personal testimony of mine and like how I've been feeling lately, because I don't know, maybe you're in the same place and maybe you're in that dark cave or in that dark area or that dark cocoon, and you're not wanting to let the light in because you're afraid of it. You're afraid to see all those things. But I want you to know that like the light isn't there to judge you. It's not there to, like, yeah, it'll show your flaws, but it's not there to expose them so that you feel ashamed anymore. It's there so you can heal. So, I just want you guys to rest in the fact that, you know, especially as Christians, I want you guys to, like, rest in the fact that, like, there is no shame or guilt on you anymore. That, like, Christ died for those things, and He died for your mess-ups, and we're not called to focus on those things. We're called to focus on Him. And so, just a few little notes to close. I want you to find rest in Him, to feel safe with Him, to let go of shame, fear, and guilt, and to come out of hiding. And I want you to just, like, open up and let the light in. So, just a personal testimony. I'm glad I didn't, like, break down completely and cry, but I love you guys so much, and I just hope that, you know, whatever you heard from me that just encouraged you and just let you know that, yeah, like, none of us are perfect and none of us are going to have it all together all the time, but, you know, it's okay. Like, we can open up and we can let the light in. So, happy Monday, you guys. I love you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.